Hi everyone, I'm Cloud. Before we begin, just a quick reminder. This video is for informational purposes only and reflects my personal views. It does not constitute financial advice. The cryptocurrency market carries high risks. Please do your own research and consult a professional advisor before investing. Any predictions or analysis mentioned in this video may not be accurate, and you are solely responsible for your investment decisions. I'm not liable for any financial losses.
Let's first take a look back at last week's market and then talk about the trend for the coming week. Last week was from August 18th to August 23rd. Bitcoin closed its weekly high at $118,575. It didn't even touch the midline. Last week I reminded you that around August 20th and 21st, we would see a weak rebound. Even though yesterday's rise looked strong, in reality, Bitcoin remained weak. It didn't even reach 119,000. The weekly chart is also close to a death cross, so that's why I kept calling it a weak rebound. The weekly low closed at $111,684, which achieved all of my downside targets, with just a 284-point margin of error. If, like me, you expected a rebound here, then this trade was a sure win. Usually, after a sharp drop, a rebound always comes. I also reminded you to watch for weakness on the 23rd, and today we indeed saw a pullback. But for August 24th and 25th, I remain a bit uncertain. You probably noticed I even revised my outlook there. So, I still suggest that you go by the daily price and indicators. Ethereum is much stronger than Bitcoin right now. I think this move has a big chance to push toward 5,000. This week, the high closed at $4,887, completing two upside targets with only a 7-point error. The low closed at $4,060, hitting two downside targets with just a 10-point error. For this run, I expect it to end around September 6th, because you know Uranus is about to turn retrograde, and September 7th is also a lunar eclipse. We need to stay cautious with these astrological signals. Yesterday I did a poll, asking when people think Ethereum will reach 5,000. So far, 67 people have voted. The most votes went to, it won't reach 5,000. The second and fourth options also had a lot of support. Personally, if it does go to 5,000, I think those two ranges are the most likely, because they also match my own bullish outlook. Now let me reflect on what I didn't do well last week. The top escape setup on August 13th. Looking back, the reason I hesitated too long and didn't make a clear decision was because of my own emotions, too much greed and excitement, and not enough calm and objectivity. Even though you think I'm like an emotionless robot, the truth is I've already lost control of my emotions. Back in episode 248, I said the August 11th to August 21st market could play out in two ways. The first scenario, from August 11th to 13th, we drop, then rally all the way to the 21st. The second scenario, from August 11th to 13th, we rise, then fall all the way to the 21st. And I clearly emphasized that August 13th was crucial. The market had to drop that day in order to rise afterwards. I also noted in the daily report that another condition was Ethereum needing to push to a new all-time high to finish this cycle. But between August 11th and 13th, the market was both falling and rising, and Ethereum entered my expected breakout range ahead of schedule. That confused me. When the key date of August 13th came, the market printed a huge bullish candle. That was actually the best time to sell at the top. But I still hesitated, mainly because on August 6th, I had entered ADA, not Bitcoin or Ethereum. So my focus was on ADA. On August 14th, ADA completely fired up my emotions, making me feel like the run wasn't over yet. Then, on August 14th, Bitcoin got smashed with a big bearish candle. In my daily update, I did warn that the close on August 14th had to bounce back to the halfway point, or else we would face a major crash. I stressed that the August 14th low must not be broken. But since I was holding ADA, I held on to strong hope, thinking it was just temporary and still had a chance. The result? The market closed at the bottom that day, and the next day deliberately broke the August 14th low to test it. Yet I still convinced myself that as long as it didn't break deeply, there was hope. In the end, the truth was that August 13th to the 21st should have been seen as bearish. I also realized my own fear and greed are weaknesses that I must improve in trading. Looking ahead, next week is from August 24th to August 31st. I won't read out the exact levels here. I'll just post them on screen so you can screenshot and keep them. For Bitcoin, it needs to hold $115,200 before we can expect upside targets. For Ethereum, it needs to hold $4,580 before we can expect upside targets. Alright, that's it for today. Weekly forecasts should never be viewed alone. They must be combined with daily and monthly charts. The daily charts fill in what the weekly might miss. I wish you all the best. May you buy at the bottom and sell at the top. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you found this helpful. Send this to your friends too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.